What is up, heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, happy Friday. So glad that we've made it. So glad that we have made it to Friday. Got a big weekend ahead of me. I hope everybody else has some plans this weekend. Should be a nice one here in the Midwest. Super hot yesterday in St. Louis. Broke records. Record-breaking heat yesterday. A new all-time high recorded temperature in St. Charles County where I reside. Very toasty. People out swimming. You know, it's kind of wild. In like 2 weeks, the pool's open. Oh, man. The pool's open. Whoo-wee. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Let's say hi to the chat. We've got a couple of small things we're going to talk about today. A couple of small things. Nothing huge, nothing groundbreaking, nothing major. I spent a little bit of time building some Mojo teams for the Brawl this morning. Those of you that are members of the YouTube Guild already have my numbers figured out. Already have all the work done for you. The Mojo Brawl event is a pretty straightforward event. It's not overly complicated. No sense in overly complicating any of it. I see a penguin there in the live stream. Klein is here. RPG Holic, Satus, Dez, Pat Fez. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cordy. Congratulations again, Cordy. Good morning, Andrew. Hero Wars Guide. Always good to see you. Goliath. Topaz Blue. Laxana. Indra Permana. Okay. Tomas. Kowalski. Okay. It's good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Today we don't really have much for mobile still. Like I really wish we had stuff to talk about for mobile. Like I really wish we did. But I did have somebody reach out to me about 10 minutes ago. Frank, I don't know if you're watching, Frank, but Frank Lucas gave me an incredible idea for a video series, or at least a single video, having to do with mobile that we're going to be doing over the weekend or maybe this coming week. It's going to involve some math, so maybe we wait for Monday to do it. Or maybe we do it right here on the live stream. Talk about Judge on mobile. Yeah. Is Mojo actually Crash Bandicoot wearing a mask? Malface, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I did buy the golden ticket today. I've been waiting for, an event worthy of the buy VIP tasks. So I did buy the golden ticket today. Got a good chunk of the Shaman's Calling event taken care of. The get VIP points. Got 2,400 VIP points. I probably do need to buy some emeralds. Unfortunately, probably won't be able to buy emeralds while the event is active and get the ×4 sale. Maybe I'll buy a bundle or something. One of these ×3, I don't know. Maybe I'll buy this one for 40,000 emeralds. That's such a bad deal if you don't buy them during ×4 though. Such a bad deal. In my opinion, the leaks we used to get from mobile from Loadrunner boosted interest in the game. Yeah, the lack of them has really caused some overall decline in my mobile views, and honestly an overall decline in mobile viewers, right? I don't have nearly as many people interested in my mobile videos as I used to. I think a big majority of the people that came to my channel from the mobile side of the game are interested in calendar events, and I know this because any video that I do discussing events about mobile do very well. And any video where I discuss literally anything else, a rework, a video review of somebody else's live stream, a conversation about a game mechanic, none of those get any traction whatsoever. But if it's discussing an upcoming event, like everybody needs to plan for this event, or here are the upcoming events, everything, then those videos do much better. It is what it is, right? You know, I'm known as mostly a Facebook and web player, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We don't really get leaked information from Facebook and web. Yet, my Facebook and web viewers seem to be a little bit more interested in watching my non-event focused videos. Difference in community, I guess. The reward was better during the Ishmael event as the rewards were emeralds. Yeah, I tend to agree. I tend to agree with you there. I had been intending on... well, you didn't get much emeralds. First of all, you didn't get a ton. Maybe, I think it was like 1,700 emeralds or something like that. I really wanted to get a bunch of the dolls. No, I wanted to get a bunch more of the coins. I thought for some reason I thought the dolls were on here. Oh well, that's okay. The rewards might have been better for the Ishmael event for sure. But once I found out that the Mojo Brawl was coming, I just thought I would wait. What's up, Ben Little? Nate Smith with a cool team. Okay. One sec. Okay. So there are basically a couple of ways to go about the Mojo Brawl. And before we get into it, I do not think defense is working properly still. Okay, with the Mojo Brawl, I still don't think that I'm ever being attacked. I have not been attacked. I wasn't attacked at all during the Judge Brawl event. It appears as though I have not been attacked at all here either. So a lot of people were saying that, oh, they fixed it. 5 successful defenses every day rewards you with Brawl coins. All right. And you have a little icon right here. Successful defense, 0 out of 5. For 5 successful defenses per day, you will receive an additional reward. Right? It's right there. I believe that this is still bugged. I believe that this is still bugged for some players, and I'm not really sure why. That being said, I spent a little bit of time tracking people that I fought in the Brawl log, and you can see I didn't do a ton of fights, but I did quite a bit. Something that I've noticed, there's a couple of different styles of teams that significantly pop up. This being a mage hero, you would think that you would think that Rufus would be a more prominent choice. But a lot of people choose Aurora for 2 reasons. First of all, people choose Aurora because it's their favorite tank, right? And the other reason is because Aurora is great versus magic damage. Now, if you're including a hero like Mojo in your lineup, and you have to, by the way, you have to include Mojo. If you include this hero that has a magic penetration artifact, you may want to build a magic damage team. Therefore, a lot of people are using Aurora. I'm barely seeing any Rufuses. Maybe somebody else are seeing something different, but I'm not seeing hardly any Rufuses at all. So I started building this decision tree. I was talking with Magician Depone, who was here in the live stream, sent me a nice team. I was speaking with a couple of other players having to do with making decisions about this, trying to find the best team. And to be perfectly honest with you, there is no best team for this brawl, because any team that works will have a counter eventually. But what I did find was I was able to find a decision tree using these specific heroes right here. So I'm going to share this with you. These, I believe, are the 7 heroes that you need to have summoned for the Mojo Brawl. Corvus, Rufus, Dante, Arachne, Maya, Isaac, and Iris. All right. And then with these 7 heroes, I believe I can defeat every single Mojo Brawl lineup. Every single one. Okay. Now you might say, well, Charlie, if I can pick 5 of those and win 12 times and maybe die 3 or 4 times, that's fine. And you're right. It is fine. If you're just trying to get it done, if you're just trying to get the 12 wins and get out for the day, then that's fine. There is a 5-man team out there. Here, there's dozens of other 5-man team options that would work perfectly well to get your 12 wins and move on. But I like to use these brawls as a learning experience because potentially these opponents, like this individual right here, John C., has built this Mojo lineup for whatever reason. Because he likes Galahad, Yasmin, Faceless Martha, and another hero, and that other hero he just dropped out and added Mojo. Or possibly he just thinks this is a good lineup. Same with Daniel here. We have an Aurora, Amira, Nebula, Mojo, Orion. This is a magic damage team, right? Magic damage team. So I like to take opportunities like this to learn from enemy lineups and see how interactions work with a hero that I wouldn't normally use in Mojo. And I've come up with this decision tree right here. So this right here is something that I shared with my private group earlier. Let me zoom out a little bit. So this is what I do. When I'm dealing with this brawl, this Mojo brawl, this is the decisions that I'm making. I'm always using Dante. Dante has the lowest amount of hard counters of all the damage dealers I believe in the game right now. That's a very blanket, very vague statement, but it is partly true. Doesn't need a lot of support, but does well with some support. If there's no Sebastian, use Arachne, and then I decided actually Arachne is fine all the time. If there is a Sebastian, use Maya with Biscuit. Versus magic teams, I'm going to use Rufus. Versus physical teams, I'm going to use Corvus. All right. So if the enemy is building a mage team around Mojo, I'm using Rufus. If an enemy is building a physical team, like that like that Galahad Yasmin team, then I'm going to use Corvus. All right. Versus all 5 magic damage dealers, like Aurora and 4 mages, Aurora, Mojo, and 3 other mages. We're going to swap out we're going to swap out Arachne in place of Isaac. I like to use Isaac against teams that have Celeste plus another mage or 2. Celeste plus Aurora plus another mage. Celeste plus Aurora or Celeste plus Orion. I like to use Isaac against those teams, but I found you don't necessarily need them in this brawl lineup because Mojo's power level overall is a little lower. Doesn't really charge your Isaac very fast. But if it's a full team of mage heroes, Aurora or Astaroth, plus 4 magic damage dealers or 3 mages and a healer, then use Isaac in place of Arachne. You don't necessarily need the Suns, and the Silence is a lot more effective and it's a lot more frequent. Versus Aurora, use Iris. Easy peasy. I am seeing a lot of Irises on defense as well. Versus physical teams with Yasmin, obviously use Helios. A maxed out Helios, which is what we're dealing with here. A maxed out Helios will counter a maxed out Yasmin just about every time, no matter what other defenses that you have, no matter what other heroes in the lineup that they have. If Aurora, but there's not a lot of other difficult heroes, like if it's an Aurora plus a lot of weak heroes that you don't necessarily need to counter individually, just use, I meant to say Mara, not Maya. Mara. I'm sorry. Let me say that again. If there's Aurora, but a bunch of heroes that you need to counter, like if there's an Aurora and a Yasmin and a Sebastian, you have to make all these other decisions, like I said up here. You know, if Sebastian, use Maya with Biscuit. If you're not able to get all of the counter heroes in and you're still facing off against Aurora, use Mara as your team pet to charm and turn Aurora to face the enemy team. A maxed out Mara pet is incredible versus Aurora. Maxed out Mara pet, we're dealing with max testing here in the Mojo Brawl, counters Aurora very nicely. Very nicely. And then versus a 2-3 team with no need to counter, that is a 2 physical, 3 mage, or a 3 physical, 2 mage, like a split. If we're dealing with those kind of teams, use those 4 heroes, Rufus, Corvus, Arachne, and Dante, and just about literally anybody else. Okay, so with this decision tree, and this is a little bit more advanced than most people should need to get into, but this is kind of my thought process when I'm building teams, when I'm building and designing lineups. I think about their main damage dealer. I think about my main damage dealer. I think about the heroes on their team that I need to counter. And I need to think about the heroes on my team that their heroes might counter. Okay. And then I think about the strength of the activity. Am I in arena? So it's full auto mode. Am I in Guild War that I have manual control? In this situation with certain heroes, I'm sorry, with all heroes at max, there are better uses than normal. Like, I probably won't get a maxed out Mara for a very long time, but a maxed out Mara as a team pet is an effective counter to Aurora. A little bit, not all the time. That's not 100% guaranteed, but if it occasionally turns the Aurora and causes her to spam her ult the other direction, it's a nice little counter. And then of course a maxed out Mara on this Arachne is like a 13-second stun, which is just simply amazing. So I got these 7 heroes, right? These 7 heroes, this decision tree, and I'm able to win quite frequently. So let's take this team for an example right here. We have Aurora, 3 mages, and a support. So versus this team, we're always going to use Dante, right? Dante with Kayn. There's no Sebastian, so that we're going to use Arachne with Mara for sure. This is a mage lineup, so we're going to use Rufus, okay? And the pets are going to vary as well, but the pets aren't nearly as important on the heroes themselves, I've found, in these Mojo Brawls. And then the last hero that we're going to choose, because this right here is honestly enough, Iris is going to hard counter that Aurora. Now, since we're not doing a lot of front load damage here, I can drop Oliver off of my Rufus. There's a lot of area of effect damage here, not a lot of single target frontline damage. And then Oliver is a better choice on Iris, and we'll just plug Merlin in on here, just for the giggles. And I like to use Axel, just generic. So then I just full auto, full speed, and let it go. And I will lose occasionally, but like I said, the exercise for me isn't about getting in there and getting done as quickly as possible. The exercise for me is learning the interactions between the heroes. Okay? That's the point for me. That's why I love these brawls so much. And again, another reason why. Every time that there's a hero-focused event like the Maya event on Hero Wars Mobile right now, how much more effective at learning, a learning experience would it be for new players that don't have Maya yet, have no idea how to use Maya? How much better of a situation would it be for them and us? I don't have a single Maya leveled up on any of my accounts. I would love to have a powered up Maya to play with, right? I would love that. How much more effective would that be as a learning opportunity for some of us? Let's take a look at John C's team. We have 2 physical attackers, 2 mages, and a healer. Okay, so against this lineup, we're mostly dealing with physical attackers here. So we're going to use Corvus. Okay, Corvus is the physical attackers on here are the main issue. I'm not really concerned with Mojo and Faceless's damage output. So we're going to use Corvus, and we're going to put health on him. We don't need Iris because we're not dealing with Aurora. And the main lineup counter for this guy right here is going to be Helios. No Sebastian, so we're going to use Arachne. We're always using Dante. This is the lineup right here. And this is, again, not going to be a guaranteed win every time. But because of the specific choices that the enemy lineup had to make, I can make these decisions to solve this puzzle. Okay. And then, of course, a thick Martha is always going to potentially time you out. Right? But again, guys, that being said, all of that being said, and you can take a look at my log here, I win most, I lose some. You know, I'm losing here and there. You could just plug in a single team. And I want to give a shout out to, hold on one second here. I want to give a shout out to Misty Catherine's Brawl video. She is using Aurora. Of course she is. This lineup for her is incredibly effective and works a lot. Celeste Axel, Mojo with Mara. We have Kai with Merlin. And then we have Sebastian with Oliver. Okay, and then the team pet is Merlin. So Misty Catherine put out her Brawl video yesterday or this morning or whenever it was. And she put together this team. And this team did very well for her, and this team would do very well for everybody. You know, do very well for most people. If you have these 5 heroes, then this is potentially all you need to just go in here and knock it out. Right? And if you knew everything there was to know about Aurora and the interaction between Mojo and Kai, and you know why the bonus healing will let you outdo just about everybody, then you don't need to necessarily learn how and why this team works. But it won't benefit you in the long run. And the instant that you run into a hero like Isaac, and in her video, she showed that even an enemy Isaac was able to not necessarily counter her lineup. She had to play on manual mode, of course, in order to beat a lot of those teams. When you come across an enemy Isaac or an enemy an enemy Iris, you will occasionally run into issues with this lineup as well. And you know, the same thing could be said for, you know, my lineup and my decision tree and all that as well. I just enjoy the learning of the interactions a little bit more. So I will include Misty Catherine's video in the description box down below because I feel like it is definitely worth checking out. But it's not a discussion about the Brawl team. It's more of a discussion about the Brawl event as a whole. If you guys want to go check that out. Yeah. So there you go. Big shout out to Magician Depone for sending me that lineup. He says, can you check my team? Sure, we'll check it out in just a second. Why Rufus, not Isaac? Ben, I find that versus a lot of these mage lineups, people are using things that are a little bit inferior for some reason. I'm not 100% certain why it seems to be working out as well as it does. It is possible that we really don't need Isaac as much as we think we do. But on the other side of things, a maxed out Rufus has always been an effective tool against Aurora, against ODH, not necessarily against the twins, because the twins do something a little different, right? You need more of a Sebastian to remove the watermarks for the twins. Let's talk about, I'm going to show you Magician's team here. So we have Aurora with Kane, Marcus with Oliver, Mojo with Merlin, Iris with Albus, okay, and Dorian with Axel. Double healer lineup here. Team pet is Axel. There we go. This is another example of a lineup that was effective. You just get it going and you play it, and you're going to win a lot. You're definitely going to win a lot. Certainly not every time. You know, I'm very weak to enemy Yasmins in this lineup. But there's a lot of healing here, a lot of magic damage. Let's see. I agree. Let's see. From my fights today, Arachne is so annoying to fight. Once Mojo finally finishes charging and starts attacking, Arachne does her attack and it gets all interrupted. One of the things that I would have liked to see change from Mojo here, look at this. Luther and Martha just timed that team out. Martha just timed that team out. Yikes. One of the things that I would love to have seen with this Mojo rework is a change to his ultimate ability so that he doesn't get interrupted. Does the infinite lives stay for a day? It's just for the day, Monta. It's just for the day. But I knew that today was going to be the day that we were going to be trying a lot of different teams, that I was going to be really cranking through a lot of different options during my run through. So something that I've found very interesting is not a lot of people are using Sebastian on defense. So here's a lineup, Sebastian, Isaac. A lot of people are using Isaacs because they assume the attacking team is going to have to be using Mojo. So a lot of people are using Isaac here, and I just don't think... I think Isaac is the incorrect choice, because Isaac, in many cases, isn't going to charge up nearly fast enough. Mojo by himself does not charge your team's Isaac nearly fast enough. You'd have to do like Mojo with Celeste and Helios, or Mojo, Celeste, Orion, with Aurora. Yeah. I used the hilarious Chaba, Astaroth, Marcus, and Vari Mojo team to win against the Dante tank team. Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. I had a Martha and a Rufus team time me out. Can you use my team, Nate? Sure. Use Nate's team here. I know a couple of you have asked me to check your stuff out, and I apologize for missing. But guys, please take advantage of these Brawl events. A lot of people say they're so boring and they're no fun. But to me, it's almost worth the 1,000 emeralds to just grind it out. Like, you can do this on mobile. I'm sorry, you can do this in max testing with your guild, right? You can go into your chat and set up teams and do all that. But those are teams that you set up specifically. When I'm going into this fight against Andreas, I don't see what the pets are. It's very similar to Guild War. It's very similar to Arena. I don't see what the pets are. And somebody designed this team with intention, theoretically. You know, a lot of these, I think, were just the default heroes that were thrown in, right? Let's see. Dante with Kane. Dante with Kane. Isaac with Oliver. Helios with Merlin. Mojo with Biscuits. And Sebastian with Albus. And the team pet is Axel. Okay. Charlie, go for this. But this event helped me get a staff of Ask Beleus. I think it's close enough. So I don't have to waste Siren Songs for Astaroth. That's good. Dante tank is pretty solid. Guys, if you're not leveling up Rufus, you need to be leveling up Rufus. I know I say that about like every tank. So maybe you just don't listen to me. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It's a good team. Good team. The event is not boring, but boring for 80% of players that can only use one team because they can't level all heroes. Monte, all you have to do is have the hero summoned. All you have to do is have the hero summoned. Right? Maybe everybody doesn't have all 55 heroes summoned, but... I never say to level up Chaba. Someday Chaba will be the meta tank. I don't think I've lost the fight yet with this lineup. This Dante, Isaac, Sebastian, Mojo, Helios is another example of a 5-hero team that will win you a lot of fights. That'll win you a ton of fights, but won't necessarily win you every fight. Possibly win you enough. Dante, guys, Dante is so good. Oh my gosh, Dante frustrates me how good he is. It frustrates me how good Dante is. Man. I don't think I've lost. Whose team was this? Nate, was this your team? Yeah, Nate, this is a team right here, guys. This may be the best Mojo Brawl team ever. The best Mojo Brawl team ever. You don't have to play in manual mode. Look at this. Look at this. What a team. What a team, guys. Just use Dante. Who needs a tank? Who needs a healer? Just use Dante. Who needs a tank? Who needs a healer? I have the worst time versus Dante in certain positions. His damage can wipe out teams. Yeah. Switch Helios for Arachne, also class. Okay. Just clapping, man. You could probably use Arachne instead of Helios against any non-critical hit teams. Man, this team... Whoo-wee. Oh, what happened there? What happened there? What happened there? What happened to Dante? He didn't dodge. He forgot to dodge. Oh, I still won. Did I still win? Wait. Wait. Did I lose that fight or did I win that fight? I thought I lost this fight. Oh, wow. God. Okay, this is the best team. This is by far the most consistent Brawl team that I've come across. This is by far the most consistent one. Esteban. That scared me so much. I thought you lost. I thought you lost. What a team. All right, we got to win 4 more times. We got to win 4 more times to completely clear it. Okay, this is good. This is going to be a test right here. This is the first Kark lineup. Kark's dead. Just kidding. Here's another Kark lineup. Dang. I'm just trying to get all the losses off the board. Let's check out this mage team with Ginger. With Ginger? I love how people throw weird heroes in like this. Like, this really lets people try stuff out. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to do one more. I got to do one more win. One more win. Come on, Nate. One more win. One more win. Oh, a peppy team. Oh my goodness. Nate has got the team. All right. Take your screenshots, people. This is the one. This is the one. Forget all I said about the best team and learning how to fight. Forget all I said. This is all you need. This is all you need. That's all you need. Okay. All right. Let's go actually try to play this game a little bit more. Can you share a battle log of mine where I clear this up? Can I share a battle log? Yeah. Send it over to me, Sighton. Would Iris maybe be a good counter against this? No, Iris wouldn't be, because you can use Iris, but Iris would have to be in the 5th position. Iris sucks against Dante. Dante will like one hit. Dante will like one hit Iris. All right, Richard. Let's see what we got here. Sebastian. Isaac would be good. Yeah. Oh, what am I going? Where am I going here? Okay. Biscuit, Mara, Albus, Axel. All right. So, I like to use Isaac, like I mentioned earlier. I like to use Isaac against teams that have multiple mages. Celeste is going to charge up my Isaac, I think, pretty fast. Once she switches over and then back. Yasmin just killed herself. Okay, it ended up being a non-issue completely. Big Kark revive. Now we got to fight through this. Got to fight through this totem now. There we go. So the reason why I used Isaac here is because I figured with Jorgen hitting multiple heroes with his attacks, I'm not actually sure if Jorgen's energy stealing ability counts as magic damage. I don't think it does. Isaac was probably a mistake there. Although Isaac there at the end gave me armor penetration enough to clap that Martha. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot show you fight number 2 of Guild Wars because we are still blocked out of the Citadel. We'll come back to it later. Why not use Merlin on Helios? Helios will kill enemy faster but less armor. Great question, Itagawa. My Helios is still on the weaker side. And very frequently in my lineup, because of the timing of Kark and Faceless, very often Yasmin will attack my Helios instead of my Kark or my Faceless or my my tank Astaroth. So I need Axel to keep Helios alive. Eventually, when his health gets higher, his armor and intelligence gets higher, so he doesn't get crit as often, even though she has a near 100% crit rate. Once I get it high enough, I'll switch Axel off of Helios and start using Marlin a little bit more. I feel like I only lost to other Dante teams today. Let's see. I just lost with Nate's team against Aurora, Dante, Sebastian, Mojo, Celeste with Kane team pet. Okay, but that was after like 10 straight. I mean, solid. Just a very solid showing. Very solid showing. Okay, let's buy some buffs here. We're going to buy Astral Shield, Healing Converter, Keeper's Blessing, Insomnia. We're going to do Immortal Hero, Stellar Tank Resistance. We're not going to buy the Grove Keepers, Marksman's Opportunity, and Sphere Energy. Oh, we don't have enough. There we go. Good enough. Oh, I should have done Chosen by the Stars. Okay. All right, let's get after it. So, first and foremost, we're going to do the main lineup. Zhu with Fenris. We got Martha with no pet. And then Albus for the team pet there. Let's see what we can do. My Albus is a little stronger. My Sebastian is a little stronger. I haven't touched any of the other heroes in this lineup in weeks. I would love to get 60 million out of this. We may get close. Oh, there we go, 60 million. Okay. 64. Ooh, best damage ever, guys. That's a new personal record. That's a new personal record. Gunther asks, why no pet for Martha? It was a suggestion from a community member, and I apologize. I'm not 100% sure who suggested it. But my Martha has no issues staying alive, none whatsoever. The idea is Axel is going to increase her survivability, which is lowering the damage that she takes from Meteor Storm. The problem with that theory is the armor penetration of Ashe is so high that the armor value that Axel gives her is probably completely negligible. Probably doesn't matter at all. But the idea is that she takes more physical damage during the meteor shower and thus ulting more frequently. Who knows if it's true? Who knows if it's true? I will say this. Not using Axel there gave me my highest damage ever. Very, very happy about that. Very happy about that. On to the next. let's do Astaroth, Kark, Celeste, Yasmin, and Faceless with Albus. I believe my best with this lineup is about 7.5 million. See what we can do here. Off to a slow start. 3 million at the halfway point. 5. Okay. 6. Okay. Go. 7. 7.4, 7.5, 7. Almost broke 8 million. Very good. Good damage there. Real good damage there. Okay. Let's do the Aurora, Corvus, Morrigan, Cleave Daddy, Phobos lineup. Okay. Health there. Magic attack for more damage. We'll put Albus on Cleaver. You really need Axel. And I guess we just leave Morgan empty. About 1 million damage is my numbers for this. But I think I put the wrong pet on Aurora the past couple of weeks. You obviously don't dodge with Aurora much. And so you want to put a magic attack pet on her so you can boost. I mean, I'm already killing my record. I think the best that I've ever done with this lineup is like 1 million or so. Am I fighting the 120 boss or the 130 boss? Yeah. This is by far my best week ever. My Corvus is a lot stronger too. I've leveled up my Corvus quite a bit. 3.2 million, not bad. Okay, let's do Rufus, Orion, Dorian, Helios with Kira. Rufus, we're gonna give Albus to. You want to put Merlin there. Fenris is fine. And we want more health. That's fine. That doesn't matter. We're going to use Albus here as well. Okay. YouTube is the worst. D. Warman, we're having a great day. Nate Smith came up with the absolute best Mojo Brawl team. Went something like 15 wins in a row without losing. Ah, dang. Not my best showing. In previous weeks, I used Judge here instead of Kira. Definitely should have used Judge instead. And then finally, let's do our Grovekeeper lineup. Alvanor, Maya, Kai, Darkstar, Thea. Kai. Darkstar, Thea. And this team usually only gets about 300,000 damage. Not going to do it. Red Corvus is way more weaker than a Red Aurora. Corvus dies very quickly. It depends on the matchup, Sighton. 63k damage. Not great. Not great. Oh, man. All right, so I'll tell you this a little bit, guys. I did improve my Rufus a little bit. I improved my Corvus a little bit. I improved my Sebastian a little bit. I improved my Sebastian because I'm trying to auto mode beat Seymour with the Osh team. I'm right there. I'm right there. I just need Sebastian to survive a little bit longer without dying. So close. That was a nightmare. Yeah. Elvis says Dark Star's on a... I know that Dark Star's on a Grove Keeper. I know. All right, so can we level up Kark at all? Can't do it. Can't do it. Level up Dante a little bit. Just a little bit. And probably can't do anything with Corvus. Nope, not yet. We'll get there. Am I in this next? I'm still not there yet. No Citadel yet. Okay, good enough. Don't update anyone, and next time check the damage with the Axled Martha. Okay, I'll go through Finkelzo. I'll go through and get screenshots of all the buffs that I bought, and the numbers too. I'll do that. Screenshot all the fights so I see who all the pets are on, and we'll definitely do it. We'll definitely do it. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. Listen, I'm going to go see my parents this weekend. I'm excited. I haven't seen my parents since Thanksgiving. Yeah, I feel really dumb saying that out loud. Guys, you got to go see your parents. You got to go see your parents. You got to. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. The boys are going to get out of school here in about 2-3 hours. We're already all packed up, ready to go. And we're going to head out. Probably grab some Chick-fil-A on the way. Very excited about spicy chicken sandwiches. Big fan of spicy chicken sandwiches. Of any variety, but Chick-fil-A, chef's kiss, really good. Live stream is going to be back on Monday. Live stream back on Monday. And I hope that we have some fun stuff to talk about, especially on Hero Wars Mobile. But we'll be here either way. We'll be here either way. If you haven't seen Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, go watch it. Great movie. If you haven't caught up on all the Halo episodes, go watch those. Really, really good episodes. Really good. Very wild episode last time. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out this week. We had a very great week. A very great week in the community. Close. Very good week in the community. I think that things are getting a lot better on YouTube. Things are slowly coming back from the decline in ad spend and all of that back in October. But none of you need to worry about that. All you need to worry about, all you all need to worry about is not adding to the population, not subtracting from the population, and staying out of the newspaper, staying out of the hospital, and staying out of jail. But if you do end up in jail, establish dominance quickly. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.